Welcome alongside here at Cougar Baseball Field at the Cat for the inaugural broadcast of the Cougar Baseball Network. My name is Reagan Cleaves, and alongside David Shamblin, we will be bringing you all the action of this afternoon's doubleheader between the Catholic Central Cougars and the Sparta Spartans. Special thanks to Coach Tim McKinnon and Chris Naraki, as well as Trevor Hinshaw, for helping us get set up for this season. This is the opening game of the 2019 campaign for both teams, who played each other 3 times last year. These two teams will play a trio of games this season as they did last year, but the first 2 games will be tonight, and then they will play this Thursday at Sparta. Overall, the Cougars will play a total of 35 games this season, including 10 doubleheaders in this 2019 season. Of those 35, 21 of them are here at the Cat, and their longest homestand will be 4 games, while their longest road trip is only 3. Cougars to watch tonight: Jack Naraki, as well as Luke Passanaw and Miles Beal, all of which were voted all conference last year, with Passanaw and Beal being getting on the ballot with honorable mentions. Well, Jack Naraki was actually voted to all conference, hit over 400 last year. Now we'll hand it over. I'll hand it over to David Shamblin, and he'll bring you all this. He'll bring you the starting lineups for both teams.
All right. First, for the Sparta Spartans, leading off and playing shortstop, number 1, Nico Verdugo. Batting second and playing center field, number 6, Cooper Powers. Batting third and pitching, number 18, Jeremy Marble. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 15, Logan Tidy. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 17, TJ DeVary. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 13, Hayden DeGraff. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 14, Gaitlin Charone.
The Cougars are coached by Mr. Tim McKinnon.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 11, Sam Kurska. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 2, Evan Steinbacher. The Spartans are coached by Jordan Morris, assisted by Brian Marble. And now for the Catholic Central Cougars. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 1, Miles Beal. Batting second and playing left field, number 7, Jack Naraki. Batting third and catching, number 10, Luke Passanaw. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 25, Jake Passanaw. Batting fifth and pitching, number 9, Zach Grabowski. The DH, my bad. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 12, Joe Collins. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Luke Brazelton. Batting seventh, batting eighth, the right fielder, number 4, Brendan Leonard. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 22, Kyle Tepper. The Cougars are head coached by Tim McKinnon, assisted by Kurt Schmidt, Doug Penny, Jack McKinnon, and Wes Trimp.
When we come back, we will have all of the action starting from first pitch here at the Cat, and we'll start that with pregame prayer. You're listening to the Catholic Central Cougar Baseball Network.
Central expect all participants and spectators to show respect towards each other as well as our officials. We put today's competition in proper perspective by first pausing for prayer. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Thank you for the ability to participate today, whether as a player, coach, official, or spectator. Keep us mindful that our abilities are gifts from you. Open the minds of these athletes to play with pride in themselves, their school, and their family, and perform with the highest respect for their worthy opponents. As always, we do this in your name. Amen. Play ball.
Welcome back, Reagan Cleaves and David Shamblin bringing you live here at the Cat, where we are just about set for the first pitch between the Catholic Central Cougars and the Sparta Spartans. The Cougars' starting pitcher will be Ben Jopic, who is a junior, while the Sparta Spartans will counter with number 18, Jeremy Marble. Cougars are just taking the field right in front of us here. So Ben Jopic, the junior, will be backed up by number 10, Luke Passanaw, who will catch for the Cougars.
Defensive alignment for your Cougars today. At first base, Jake Passanow. At second base, Joe Collins.
So the lineups for tonight for the defensive lineups, the Cougars.
Playing shortstop today,
The pitcher, as I mentioned earlier, will be Ben Jopic. The catcher, Luke Passanaw. And at first base, it will be Zach Grabowski. No, excuse me. It'll be Jake Passanaw will be the first baseman. Then we go to the fourth spot at the second baseman. It will be Joe Collins there for the Cougars, and then at third base it will be Nate Trudeau. And then to round out the infield, it will be Miles Beal, who will play the shortstop position for the Cougars. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Jack Naraki. In left field, Kyle Tepper. In center and in right field, it will be Brendan Leonard. So first batter up for the Spartans, it will be number 1, Nick Verdugo.
Leading off for Sparta, the shortstop, number 1, Nico Verdugo.
He is the shortstop today. And we're just about set, pitchers and the infield completing their warm-ups here, so we'll pause for the time being here on the Cougar Baseball Network. Reagan Cleave and David Shamblin welcoming you back here inside at the Cougar Baseball Field. We're just about set for first pitch. Leading off for the Sparta Spartans, it'll be number 1, Nick Verdugo. He will face Ben Jopic.
Nick's going to take his cuts from the right side of the plate here.
First pitch. In there, strike 1, and the junior starts it off with a strike. Jopic kicks and deals. Swung on and missed. We've got a 0-2 count here on Verdugo. Nick Verdugo standing, leaning in on the plate as the 0-2 pitch is fouled off to the right. So the count will remain at 0-2. Ben Jopik, the Cougars pitcher, the right-hander, stands right about the middle of the mound as the 0-2 is outside.
That one looked like an off-speed pitch there, trying to get him to chase at it.
Count is 1-2 here. Jopik kicks and deals. It is again fouled off. Fifth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Jopik gets the sign from Passanant and will deliver. The 1-2 is well outside, bringing the count even at 2. Time is called by Verdugo here. No outs, nobody on here. Top of the first. Cougars and Spartans starting off this season with a doubleheader today. As the 2-2 from Jopik. That is hit right to the first baseman. Grabowski can't get over in time to deliver to Collins, who was trying to cover the bag, and we've got one on here, nobody out here in the top of the first.
Batting second.
Now for the Sparta Spartans.
Center fielder number 6.
It will be number 6, Cooper Powers. Cooper Powers hits right-handed. Verdugo taking a healthy lead at first. Jopik. First pitch of the at-bat. In there for a strike to throw down to first. Almost got Verdugo. So Powers will step back in, facing an 0-1 count here. Jopik will throw over to first, not in time as Verdugo slid back under the tag of Jake Passanant. So, and another throw trying to pick off Verdugo was Jopik, and we remain at an 0-1 count. One man on, nobody out here. Top of the first. Another throwback. Another throw over to the first baseman, Passanant. But again, it doesn't get Verdugo, so...
Looks like Jopik's really keeping a close eye over there.
Runner
There he goes,
and a throw down from Passanant just high, and there will be a stolen base for Verdugo. Reaching second with relative ease as the throw from the catcher Luke Passanant was relatively high, and the shortstop Collins, or the second baseman Collins, had to jump off the bag as the 0-2 rifled that one foul right over the Sparta dugout, as the count will go to 1-2. Top of the first, nobody out here. Man on second in Nico Verdugo. It'll be Ben Jopik once again. Gets the sign from Passanant and kicks and deals. That is driven to right field onto the softball field to our right. So the count will stay at 1-2. Verdugo at second, taking a healthy lead as number 6, Cooper Powers, is at the plate. Has a slightly open stance as the pitch is swung on and missed, and we have our first out of the campaign for the Cougars.
Yeah, that one was a pretty good pitch there.
Number 18, Jeremy Marble.
So it'll be Jeremy Marble in for to step into the right-handed batter's box for the Spartans. 1 on, 1 out here, top of the first. Cougars and Sparta Spartans here in this opening day matchup. Ben Jopic will take the sign from Passano and kick and deal. That first pitch is inside. That will bring the count to 1-0. Verdugo taking a very healthy lead off of second. Jopic checks the runners. He will step off, forcing Verdugo to come back to the second base. And again, Jeremy Marble will step in. He stands back in the box, slightly open, as Jopic's 1-0 pitch is in there for strike one, bringing the count to 1-1. So Jopic checks Verdugo, who's leading off at second, and he will bring that one to the plate outside, 2-1. That one looked like an off-speed pitch. So Jopic will take the sign from catcher Luke Passanoff, and he'll step off, forcing Verdugo back. 1 man on, 1 out here, top of the first at the Cat. Cougars and Spartans scoreless thus far. The 1-1 to Marble is swung on and missed. Excuse me, the 2-1, bringing the count to 2-2. Jopic will set the 2-2. Struck him out swinging.
Looked a little high, but the umpire gave it to Jopic.
That one also looked like it was a bit outside, but the umpire called it a strike. So we have 2 down here in the top of the first. That will bring up number 15, Logan Tidy. Excuse me. First pitch from Jopic is in there for a strike on Logan Tidy. 1 man on in the form of Nico Verdugo, who will take a healthy lead at second. Miles Beal at shortstop. Chatting with Verdugo as the 0-1 is in there. A nice, what looked like a curveball there from
that one was a curveball.
Ben Jopic to bring the count to 0-2. Cougars looking to escape the inning with 1 man in scoring position. That one swung on and missed, and that'll head to the backstop past Passanaw. And Tidy will reach base safely on a passed ball, third strike. So the Spartans now have 2 men on with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. That will bring up number 17, TJ DeVary.
Number 17, TJ DeVary.
DeVary, left-handed batter, will step in. Luke Passanoff is behind the plate for the Cougars tonight. We'll give the sign to Jopic, who will kick and deal. That pitch is in there for a strike one on the outside of the plate.
They got a big hole on the right side, so I think Jopic might decide to pitch him out.
So, DeVary will step in. Open stance from the left-handed boxes, and that one is fouled off to the left onto the backstop right in front of the Cougars bench. That'll bring the count to 0-2 with 2 outs here. Runners on the corners in Verdugo and Marble. Marble will reach reached base on a pass ball, third strike. Now Jopik will kick and fire. Runner goes, and that as number 17, TJ DeVary, will strike out here in the top of the first to end the half inning. So we will pause here on the Cougar Baseball Network after one half inning. Cougars and Spartans tied at 0. Reagan Cleaves welcoming you back here alongside David Shamblin for the action for the Cougars and the Sparta Spartans here on opening day. Pitcher for the Spartans will be number 18, Jeremy Marble, the big left-hander, will take the mound against this Cougars lineup. He is supported by Hayden DeGraff at catcher, first base, number 14, Gatlin Sharon, and at second base, number 17, TJ DeVry. The shortstop is number 1, Nico Verdugo, and the third baseman is number 15, Logan Tidy. It will be Miles Beal to step in for the Cougars here to lead off the 2019 season. In the outfield, the Spartans have on the left side number 2, Evan Steinbacher, and center field number 6, Cooper Powers, as Beal will step in and take the first pitch from Marble, which is way outside. The right fielder for the Spartans is number 11, Sam Kierska.
And as Reagan mentioned earlier in the broadcast today, Miles had made all conference honorable mention last year. I bet that's a big accomplishment for him, and he'll be looking to make all conference this year.
And that second pitch was swung on and missed by Beal, so that'll bring the count to 1-1. And the 1-1 is driven to left field. That'll get down, and the Cougars will start the year off with a single from Miles Beal. So
batting second for the Cougars.
That will bring up number 7, the left fielder, Jack Naraki, to stand in for the Cougars with one man on in the form of Miles Beal.
And Naraki can hit the ball. Hit even 400 last year. Made all conference. The left fielder and pitcher.
So, as Jeremy Marble tries to pick off Miles Beal, but he's back in there safely. So, Jeremy Marble gets the sign from DeGraff. We'll check Beal at first and will deliver. That is up there high for ball 1. Jack Naraki standing in, hugs the plate in his stance. Marble will throw, runner goes, throw to second, not in time. The Cougars have a base runner in scoring position. Miles Beal getting the first stolen base of the season for the Cougars. And so Naraki will have a man on second for his at bat here. 1-1 the count on the aforementioned Naraki. Marble will kick and deal. That is popped up high. First baseman Sharon in to get it, but a miscommunication between him and the catcher DeGraff. So the ball will drop safely to the ground, and the Cougars still have no outs here. 1-2 the count on Naraki here, as Hayden DeGraff trying to get all his paraphernalia back on.
And if I was Naraki right here, I would try to hit the ball the opposite way. Try to get that runner Beals at second home.
That
Give the
would be
Cougars
the
an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that would be the ideal situation, as Marble will kick and deal. Beal goes and will reach third safely, his second stolen base of the afternoon here just in the first inning here. So Naraki facing a 2-2 count. Marble delivers way outside into the left-handed batter's box. That one was well outside, and it's
just looked like a slider there that he just maybe lost grip of it and didn't feel right in his hand.
And the 2-2 will walk Jack Naraki, bringing number 10, Luke Passano, to the plate with runners on the corners. He's a left-handed batter.
Yeah, and Luke, the left-hander, made his parents proud, I'm sure, by making honorable mentions last year. He's a great defensive player and contact hitter. Doesn't hit for a lot of power, I'm assuming.
The first pitch is outside for a ball, giving Passano. Now the pitch is way inside and hits Luke Passano, and the bases will be loaded for the Cougars. Number 25, Jake Passano.
Number 25, Jake Passano.
Looks like we're going to get a mound visit here from one of the coaches.
For the Sparta Spartans is, I believe that's Jordan Morse coming out, as Sparta Spartans are in some trouble here. No outs. Bottom of the first. Cougars and Spartans.
Running for Luke Passano, number 6, Tim Lambert.
Now the runner for the Cougars, as Luke Passano, being a catcher, can have a runner in for him, and it will be Tim Lambert in this case. The senior will take Passano's place at first base. We've got bases loaded here for Jake Passano, Beal Naraki, and Luke Passano, all getting on base relatively quickly here, as the first pitch is well outside for ball one. Jeremy Marble a lot of his pitches today have been to the outside in the the left-handed batter's box, as that pitch is fouled off down the first base line. And that does seem to be a result of his sidearm motion here.
Yeah, and Marble's going to go back into his windup here with the bases loaded. We see it a lot in professional ball as well. Just a comfort thing, I'm sure.
Here's the 1-1. That pitch is driven down the first base line, and a beautiful snag by first baseman Gatlin Sharon, and that was right down the first base line. He gloved that out of midair, getting the first out, and then stepped on first before Lambert could get back to the base. And just like that, it's a double play for the Spartans, and they have the possibility of getting out of this jam here. That first pitch to Zach Grabowski, that is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count here on Grabowski. Marble will kick and fire. That is driven down, fair ball, as the first baseman, Sharon, can't get to that, and both runners will come home, both from scoring position, and just like that, it is 2-0 Cougars here, bottom of the first. That seemed like a relatively easy ball down the first base line, but Sharon just couldn't get to that. It slipped under his glove as he went to go grab it, and that allowed two runners to score for the Cougars, giving them a 2-0 lead. Now the first pitch from Marble on number 12, Joe Collins, is in there for a strike here. He's got a man on first due to an error by Sharon. Marble will deliver the 0-1. Outside, that'll get past the catcher, DeGroff, and the Cougars base runner will make it all the way to second here. In Zach Grabowski, so Grabowski will stand on second here. 1 on, 2 outs here. Bottom of the first, Cougars leading 2-0 as that pitch is high. 2-1 the count here on number 12, Joe Collins. Marble will kick and fire. That ball looked outside, but caught the edge of the plate to even up the count here, 2-2.
I think Marble got a little help from his catcher there, bringing that one back inside once it hit the glove.
DeGroff did do a good job of framing that as that pitch from Marble is well outside, and that'll bring the count to full here on Joe Collins. Joe Collins today playing second base is the full count pitch, just swung on and missed by Collins, and that will do it for the inning as the Cougars get 2 in that one and take a 2-0 lead into the second. You're listening to Catholic Central Cougars Baseball on the Cougar Baseball Network. Reagan Cleves and David Shamblin bringing you back live here at Cougars Baseball Field. And leading off for the Sparta Spartans here in the second, number 13, DeGroff, as he swings and misses on the first pitch from Ben Jopik, bringing the count to 0-1.
Jopik's got to feel a little more comfortable now. He's got a early 2-0 lead to work with.
He does have that as his second pitch is swung on and missed. Well late on that one was DeGroff. DeGraff had that one slip by him in last half inning that allowed the two runners, or that allowed Miles Beal to advance his base. And count is now 1-2 on DeGraff, and swung on and missed, and the Cougars will go around the horn as Ben Jopic strikes out
Now batting,
Hayden
first baseman, number
DeGraff
14,
to bring up number
Gatlin
14,
Sharon.
Gatlin Sharon.
Yeah, that last pitch from Jopic looked like a high heater. Got him to chase at it up
Yeah,
above the belt.
DeGraff was a bit late on that one as the count is up to 1-0 on number 14, Gatlin Sharon. As that pitch is pitch is hit, and that'll make its way into left field, and the Spartans have a man on first here.
Now batting, right fielder,
And that will
number
bring up
11, Sam Kirska.
Sam Kierska for the Spartans. He will stand in the right-hander's batter's box. He will lean in on the plate. Crouching stance. As the first pitch is blown right by Kierska to bring the count to 0-1. Jopic will lean in and deliver the 0-1. That ball is low, bringing the count even to 1-1. It'll be so. First pitch is swung on. Second, that will bring up the second strike as that pitch was swung on and missed, bringing the count to 1-2. 1 out here. Top of the second. Cougars leading the Spartans by a score of 2-1 as that pitch is swung on and missed, and Jopic has his second strikeout of the inning,
Now batting the left
and
fielder,
that'll bring up number 2, Evan Steinbacher. 2 outs here in the second. Steinbacher, the number in the 9 hole today for the Spartans, as he'll foul that one. First pitch off to the left. Man on first base in the form of Gatlin Sharon. He'll take a small lead off of first. Jopic will deal, and that again is fouled off the first base line, and that'll bring the count to 0-2. Here. It'll be Jopic. Looks in, gets his sign from Passanaw, his catcher, and he'll deliver. That is chopped up. Taken by Beal. Beal will, as number 14, Gatlin Sharon, is forced out at second. That will do it for the top of the second, as when we come back, we will have all the action of the second half of the second here on Catholic Central Cougar Baseball Radio Network. Welcome back, Reagan Cleves and David Shamblin, bringing you all the action of this afternoon's game. First of a doubleheader between these two clubs, Spartans and the Cougars. Now the first pitch of the inning is outside to the batter for the Cougars. The 1-0 from Marble is well outside. That'll skid her back to the backstop. 2 balls here on number 23, Nate Trudeau. Trudeau is a senior here at Catholic Central, facing an 0-2 count. 2-0 count, well outside. Brings the count to 3-0. Trudeau might not even swing at this one, as all of Marble's pitches thus far in this inning have been well outside, including that one. And on 4 straight pitches, Nate Trudeau is walked, and the Cougars have a man on here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up number 4, Brendan Leonard, who right now is slated here as right fielder in this game. He'll step in, left-handed hitter. Middle of the box. Back of it. Backing away. Now the pitch from Marble, well inside on Leonard. Almost hit him. Marble not having a lot of control thus far in this game. 1-0 the count on Brendan Leonard. Brendan Leonard, another one of the seniors on this Cougar lineup. As pitch is inside and throw down by DeGroff. Wasn't in time. Leonard is one of the 8 Cougars who are in the class of 2019. This will be their last season on the Cougars club. As the runner goes, as the pitch is inside and the throw is way off target, pulling the man in Verdugo way off the bag. And so the Cougars have number 23, Nate Trudeau, on second for Brendan Leonard. As Marble spun around, throwing one back to second. Trudeau had to hustle back there. So, 3-0 here on Leonard. Marble will deliver well inside and low, and just like that, it's 3-0 here.
I believe that's the 7th ball in a row that Marble's thrown outside or inside. Let's just say off the plate.
And that one again is up high, almost hit Leonard in the head, and just like that, on 8 straight pitches, Marble walks 2 men in Trudeau and Leonard to bring up number 22, Kyle Tepper, to the plate. Center fielder is Kyle Tepper, and he'll have 2 men on here, 1 in scoring position, with no outs here in the second. Kyle Tepper, the number 9 hitter for the Cougars, providing the Spartans don't get a triple play here. It'll bring up Miles Beal, as first pitch is inside for ball 1 on the right-handed hitter. Marble stands on the third base side of the rubber. He'll check the runners. He'll kick and deal. Runner goes from third. Trudeau slides in there just in time. There's a bouncing ball thrown to the third baseman, Tidy, and he couldn't control it in order to get the tag on. And the Cougars have 2 men in scoring position now, as Brendan Leonard also advanced on that play. Throw down to third. Now the pitch is swung on and missed by Tepper there, bringing the count to 2-1.
Looks like he Tepper just gave him a strike there.
Yeah, that one did look a little bit to the outside of the plate. As now the 2-1 is well high, bringing the count to 3-1 on Tepper here. This is, as I said earlier, the first of a couple of games right in this opening week for the Cougars. They'll play Sparta 2 times today. We'll have that action of the doubleheader of the second game a little bit later here on the Cougar Baseball Network, as the count is 3-2 as Tepper just fouled that one off, and now the full count pitch is driven, taken, and thrown all the way over to first for the first out of the inning. But that contact by Tepper did drive home number 23, Nate Trudeau, and the Cougars now have a 3-0 lead with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, number 1, Miles Beal, playing shortstop for the Cougars. He singled his last time out in that first inning. Now, first pitch is looked outside, but was in there for a strike on Beal. Beal already has 2 stolen bases today. Now Marble will deliver the 0-1. That is driven to left field. The left fielder way back, and he'll make the catch, and throw to the plate is held up by the third baseman, Tidy. So the Cougars will again drive home another run. So this time a sacrifice fly for Miles Beal. That'll bring up Jack Naraki, 400 hitter last year. Last time out, he walked to the same pitcher in Marble. Marble going back to the stretch here as the bases are cleared for the first time since the first at-bat of this inning. First pitch is a ball, and now the 0-1 from Marble is inside for ball 2. So the 2-0 count here, as the 2-0 is in there for a strike. Home plate umpire tonight he has a stretched out strike zone, as I've noticed. It's been out to the sides as that pitch is fouled up over the backstop here to bring the count to 2-2 on Jack Naraki. Marble will lean in, get the sign from his catcher DeGraff. He'll kick and fire. That one is driven through the gap at first. That'll get by the right fielder.
He just missed by
that'll
that
go
one.
all the way back to the wall, and Naraki might have himself a stand-up triple here on the error, or as it got by the right fielder, Kirska. And just like that, the Cougars have a man on third, and Luke Passano will come to the plate for the Cougars.
Think they're going to score that one a single E9.
Yeah.
As the ball got down before the fielding error.
So that was a fielding error for Kirska, as that pitch is well inside on the Cougars batter, Luke Passano, the catcher. Giving him a 1-0 count to deal with Marble. Will kick and fire. That is grounded down the right field line, foul. So that'll even up the count at 1-1. Cougars leading 4-0 here. Got 2 in the first and 2 here in the second. As Marble delivers, that swung on and missed. Strike 2 on Luke Passanaw here. Passanaw, the senior for the Cougars. He's got a man on third here as the pitch is swung, popped up high down the first base line, and the first baseman, Sharon, will cradle that one and will end the inning as the Cougars gain 2 in the second and lead 4-0. You're listening to the Cougar Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Cat as the Cougars look to defend a 4-0 lead here as they just recently doubled it in the second inning. First up for the Spartans here in the top of the third will be number 1, Nico Verdugo. Ben Jopic still in there for the Cougars. This will be the first at-bat of the inning. Verdugo singled on his last time out here. Jopic will get the sign from Passanaw, and he'll deliver to the plate, and that one's looked high as Verdugo thought that as well, but the umpire calls it a strike, and it is so. So, it's 0-1 the count on Verdugo here. That is well inside and drilled Verdugo right on the numbers on the back of his jersey, as
Now batting for Sparta, the center
that
fielder,
will bring up
number
the
6,
center fielder, number 6,
Powers.
Cooper Powers, here for the Spartans. The right-handed batter stand in the box about halfway back as Jopic will try to pick off the runner at second, is unsuccessful in doing so as Verdugo gets back. Other things going on in the Cougars sporting calendar as Jopic tries to pick off Verdugo again, is unsuccessful. Varsity softball is going on to our right here at the Cat. They are hosting as well Sparta. Another attempt to pick off Verdugo. Jopic not comfortable with the amount of lead that Verdugo is getting off the bag at first. Softball also has a doubleheader, and junior and JV baseball as the runner goes, but is held up by his coach, and Passanaw will hold the throw down to second. Varsity softball also has that doubleheader against Sparta, and JV baseball is at Sparta this afternoon. That their first game started at 4:15. Again, Jopic gets the pickoff at first. Verdugo, for the fourth time, there was an attempted pickoff, but this time was what the difference was, and we've got 2 outs here. So that'll Cooper Powers still at the plate. We'll take that. And that soft grounder got by the pitcher Jopik, and Cougars couldn't get the out at first as Collins couldn't get the ball over in time as it dribbled over the mound. So that will bring up number 18, Jeremy Marble. Marble will step in, right-handed batter. Throw over. Not in time as the Cougars try to pick off number 6, Cooper Powers, who is taking a smaller lead off of first than Verdugo, as the first pitch is in there for a ball, and the throw down to first, not in time to get Powers as he came sliding back in. Another throw down to first, not in time as Powers comes sliding back in. And again, another pickoff attempt by Jopik. He does not like having runners on his first base side. That's like the 7th time he's done that this inning. Now, first pitch is fouled right off the backstop. Bring it to 1-1. Jeremy Marble, the pitcher, at the plate. For the Sparta Spartans, he has a wide open stance here as Jopik's pitch is fouled off once again. Count is now 1-2. One out here, 1 man on. Top of the third, Cougars and Spartans here in the first of a double header. Jopik, he will set and he'll kick and fire. Runner goes. That's grounded down the first baseline. Nice glove there by the first baseman. Pass it on. He'll step on first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 15, Logan
That
Tidy.
will bring up Logan Tidy as number 6, Cooper Powers will advance to second on that ground out. Fielder's choice. Here's Tidy. Will step in. Swings the bat slightly in his hands. At the plate is a pitch well outside and low. 1-0 the count here on Logan Tidy. Tidy, the third baseman for the Spartans. Here's the 1-0. Just low and inside for ball 2 here on Logan Tidy, top of the third. 1 man in scoring position for the Spartans. As here's the 2-0. Down low is a pitch right on target. Got him. Throw down from Passanoff. Throw down to second. Runner in. Powers couldn't get back in time, and he was tagged out in his attempt to get back, and the Cougars end the inning with a scoreless half inning. So when we come back, we'll have the bottom of the third here on the Cougar Baseball Network. First batter for the Cougars here in the top of the third. It'll be Passanaw. Jake Passanaw, as he'll stand in the right-handed batter's box. Swings the bat as the first pitch took an odd bounce, got past DeGroff, the catcher for the Spartans. Cougars leading 4-0 here, bottom of the third. It will be Jake Passanaw to face the 1-0 count here from Marble. That pitch is outside and high. On the junior for the Cougars as Marble delivers the 2-0. That is grounded to third, picked up by DeVarian. Fired over, not in time as
Now batting for Catholic Central, the designated hitter, number 9.
as Passanaw got there in time. It'll be Zach Grabowski up for the Cougars. He plays 2 sports for the Cougars. He is also a forward in hockey.
That last play should be scored an error as he did throw the ball.
That was an odd
He tried
throw.
to
Is
make
now
it
a
out.
hit by Grabowski to the shortstop. Will fire over just in time. Grabowski stretched out for that one, but the throw from Verdugo was just in time, and the Cougars,
Now batting
as
for
the
Catholic Central, the second baseman, number 12, Joe Collins.
Cougars Passanaw will advance to second on that. It'll be Joe Collins will play. Throw down just outside here. 1 out here. Bottom of the third, Cougars and Spartans. Cougars lead 4-0 as that pitch is grounded to the gap at third, and Cougars will have runners at the corners as it's a single for Collins there.
Now batting the third baseman, number 23, Nate Trudeau.
It'll be Nate Trudeau to come up for the Cougars. Trudeau, bats right-handed. He'll step in, tap the plate, and come set. Marble will try to pick off the runner at first. Is unsuccessful. That runner is Collins. Trudeau will step in again. Marble checks Collins at first and will throw down. That is up high on Trudeau. That'll bring the count to 1-0. Marble from the windup here. He'll try to pick off Collins once again. As throw is not in time. Collins sliding back safely. 1 out here. Runners on the corners for the Cougars. 1-0 the count on Trudeau. He swings and misses on that one as the throw down to first. Run will come in as that got away from the first baseman Sharon, and the Cougars will add one more to the score as a run will come home, and the Cougars now lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. Now, pitch from Marble is swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2 here on Trudeau. Collins will take a healthy lead at first. Marble will try to throw down, and now we've got a run down as Collins will slide in there, not safely as the rundown gets him, and it is 2 outs now here for Trudeau. Takes a couple of practice swings and now will step in. 1-2 the count here on Trudeau. Bottom of the third, nobody on. Marble will deal well outside. And that'll bring the count to 2-2. Marble from the stretch. Got him looking. Strike 3 as Trudeau thought that one was low, but the umpire says otherwise, and we will head into the top of the fourth here as the Cougars lead 5-0. Reagan Cleves and David Shamblin welcoming you back here for the top of the fourth. Cougars leading 5-0. Off an error in that third is now the first pitch to Tidy is grounded to third, and the Spartans have one out here as the third baseman Trudeau fired that one over to first for the first out of the inning. That will bring up TJ DeVary. First pitch from Jopik is outside. Excuse me, a strike on DeVary. Now the 0-1. Down low, ball 1. Here. On DeVary. DeVary, the second baseman for the Spartans today. He'll face the 1-1 from Jopik. He'll chop that to third. That will be scooped up by Trudeau over to first in time. And the Cougars have 2 outs here. And that will bring up.
Now batting for Sparta, the catcher.
That will
Number 13,
bring up
Hayden
the
DeGraff.
catcher, Hayden DeGraff. That'll bring up DeGraff, the right-handed batter. Will face Jopik. And he'll kick and deal. That is driven high into the sky. Down the right field line and out of play here. DeGraff will step in, facing an 0-1 count. The 0-1, that's again driven foul right up into the top of the backstop. That'll move the count to 0-2 here, top of the fourth. 2 gone. Cougars leading 5-0 over the Spartans here. The pitch from Jopik outside, 1-2 here on DeVary. Cougars looking to stave off any two-out rally that the Spartans have as DeGraff takes time, excuse me, and Passanal will run out and have a little chat with Jopik, and he'll come running back. Excuse me, it's DeGraff up to bat here for the Spartans. We'll stand in. That's driven to the second baseman. That is Joe Collins, and will fire over to first for the final out of the inning. And after 3.5, the Cougars lead it 5-0. You're listening to the Catholic Central Cougar Baseball Network. So Brendan Leonard will lead off here for the Cougars in the bottom of the fourth. Cougars leading 5-0. Leonard in the 8th spot, playing right field today for the Cougars. We'll face the same pitcher the Spartans have had all afternoon in Jeremy Marble. Marble has been a bit out of control today. Lots of outside pitches to right-handed batters and inside pitches to lefties. Being a lefty with that sidearm motion, it kind of carries and doesn't really want to come in onto the plate, but he'll face left-handed batter Brendan Leonard here. First pitch, well inside. Leonard had to duck, and seeing as it skied over his head, even as he ducked, it was a very high pitch. So 1-0 the count here. Marble delivers. That one went behind Brendan Leonard. Brendan has not had that much luck when facing Marble today. He's had many an inside pitch here. So it'll be Marble with the 0-2 count here on Leonard. Another one inside. That'll bring the count to 3-0. This has not been Marble's night facing these Cougar batters, and now another pitch. That one finally a strike right over the plate by Marble, and that'll bring the count to 3-1. The 3-1 to Leonard. Inside ball 4. He walked him on 5. And the Cougars have a runner on here for number 22, Kyle Tepper. Kyle Tepper grounded out last time, but did get an RBI in that one. So he'll face Marble with a runner on first. First pitch to Tepper, high and outside, ball 1. Moore had a lot more balls than strikes today, as that one is driven into left field. And the left fielder, Steinbacher will get to that in time to retire Tepper, but still
Now batting for Catholic Central, the
Leonard is on, and it'll be Miles Beal up to face Marble. Here, Miles Beal is one for one with a sacrifice fly, 2 stolen bases, and a single. As now Leonard will try to get down, but he is tagged out trying to steal as Marble tried to pick him off, and he just went. And Leonard went and tried to steal second, but the Spartans were wise to that ploy, and they suddenly have 2 down. Here, Beal. Nobody on here for Beal, as the first pitch is well inside. And I'll skitter back to the backstop, as Beal now has a 1-0 count against him, or for him. Marble will kick and fire. Catcher DeGraff tried to frame that, but it was outside, and it's 2-0. Here's Marble. That is driven to the shortstop. Verdugo will pull his first baseman off the bag, and the Cougars have a man on here in the fourth.
The left fielder, number 7, Jack Naraki.
That'll bring up Jack Naraki, all-conference hitter, or all-conference player last year for the Cougars. Hit over 400, as we mentioned earlier. Big hitter for the Cougars. He's got 1 man on for him, as Marble will try to pick off his man. Miles Beal at first base. So, first pitch swung on and missed by Naraki. 1 strike now for Marble here in the fourth. Naraki will step in, fairly even stance. Back of the box. And now a pickoff attempt by Marble once again on Beal. And Beal will slide back in safely. Marble will set. Checks Beal again. Runner goes. That is outside, and the throwdown is not in time. And the Cougars have Beal in scoring position here. Is Jack Naraki facing a 1-1 count here. So, the 1-1 from Marble. That is popped up into left center field. Running back, that it's off the glove of Steinbacher, and 1 run will come to score off that error, as Jack Naraki will reach second on an error. Steinbacher
now batting for Catholic Central,
couldn't
catcher,
get to
10,
that in time, and it was off
Luke
his glove, and the Cougars now lead 6-0 as Beal came home to score on that one. And now it'll be number 10, Luke Passanaw, to bat for the Cougars. He'll step in, even stance, brings the bat up to his shoulder, rocking in his motion. That first pitch is inside, and right over the plate, strike 1. Runner on second, as the 0-1 is inside. Naraki on second here. Will stand in. Facing an even count here against Marble. Marble will kick and deal. That is up off the ground, and DeGraff couldn't find it as it bounced up and hit and tapped, passing on lightly in the brim of his batting helmet. As now Marble will kick and fire. Again, a bouncing pitch in the dirt. DeGraff had to scramble over to his left to keep it from going behind him and allowing Naraki to advance his base. Cougars have scored one in this inning on a error from the right fielder.
Now batting the first
Right fielder Steinbacher is
25, Jake Passanow.
Luke Passanow
Courtesy runner
will
for
reach
Luke
on
Passanow,
will
number
reach on
6,
a
Tim
walk,
Lambert.
and Lambert will come in to run for him, so Passanow can get ready for his catching duties. As two men on here for number 25, Jake Passanow. Marble will kick and deal the first pitch. Popped up into shallow center field, and the center fielder Powers is under it. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning as the Cougars will head into the field holding a 6-0 lead after
The end of 4 innings.
four innings. You're listening to the Cougar Baseball Network. Gatlin Sharon will step into the box to lead off the top of the fifth for the Spartans as they trail the Cougars by a score of 6-0. Reagan Cleaves bringing you all the action here of this afternoon's doubleheader. First pitch is swung on and missed by Sharon. Seventh in the lineup for the Spartans. And Jopik will kick and deal. In there for strike 2 on Sharon. Jopik dealing from the first base side of the rubber. From the stretch. Got him looking, strike 3. And the Cougars suddenly have
number 11, Sam Kurska.
and the Spartans have one man down. That'll bring up number 11, Sam Kurska. Last time out, he was struck out. He was struck out by Jopik as strike 1 is called on Kurska. Jopik will kick and deal. That's swung on and missed by Kurska, bringing the count to 0-2. One out here in the top of the fifth. Cougars leading 6-0. That pitch is swung and driven to right field. Now, Leonard will get under that and make the catch here, and that'll make it 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Cougars leading 6-0, and that'll bring up number 2, Evan Steinbacher. Steinbacher, the left-handed batter, will face Jopik as that first pitch is in there, strike 1. So, Jopik, he'll kick and kneel. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. Here on Steinbacher, the 0-2 count here. Jopik delivers. That swung on and fouled right back into the backstop. Here. So, count remains 0-2. Jopik will set and fire. That is grounded to second. The second baseman couldn't handle it in Collins, and the throw to first not in time, as now the Spartans have a man on first, 2 outs.
Now batting
here.
Shortstop, number 1, Nico Verdugo.
That should be scored as an error to the second baseman in Joe Collins. That'll bring up to the plate number 1, Nico Verdugo. As the throw to first by Jopik, well off target, and Steinbacher will make it to second off a wild throw that got past the first baseman. In Passanaw. So, man on second here for Nico Verdugo. And that pitch is well inside. Or at least that's what Verdugo thought as he leaned back away from it. And it was called a strike on him. That'll bring the count to 0-1. Pitch is grounded to third base, and Grabowski will fire over. That is a wild pitch, and the runner from third will come around to score, and Verdugo will find himself at second as the Spartans cut into the Cougars' lead, albeit by a slim margin, and it's 6-1.
Now batting for Sparta,
Now,
center fielder, number 6,
that will bring up the
Cooper
center
Powers.
fielder, Cooper Powers, to face Ben Jopik. That was an error for the third baseman, Trudeau, as that pitch is in there for ball 1. Here on Powers. Powers, as the throw back to second by Jopik, couldn't catch the runner in Verdugo. So, it'll be 1-0 the count here on Powers. The pitch is low and outside, ball 2. So, Powers will step in. Jopik eyes the runner, will throw. That's grounded. Trudeau will pick it up. Look to fire over to first. Got him in time, and that will end the top of the 5th. As we will head to the bottom of the 5th, Cougars leading the Spartans by a score of 6-1. Reagan Cleves welcoming you back as Sparta. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, we'll bring in a new pitcher in the form of Sam Kierska as that first pitch to number 9, Zach Grabowski, the DH. And Marble will move to first, and Gatlin Sharon will move into right field as that pitch is outside. Looked off.
Number 11,
That glanced off the glove of Hayden DeGroff. So it'll be 1-0 the count. There.
Well, Kurska's going to throw from the right side from the windup as that one gets away from the catcher.
Dropped third strike, and Grabowski will make his way to first base on that dropped third strike. And that'll bring up
number 12, Joe Collins.
Number 12, Joe Collins.
How do I score that?
That was a dropped third strike. So, Kierska will deliver. That ball is low on Joe Collins. Kierska will check over, the right-handed thrower from the first base side of the rubber. He'll deliver well outside to the right-handed batter, Joe Collins. 2-0 the count here on the Cougars' second baseman. Well, kick and fire. That was driven to left field. That had some air on it, and that'll get by the center fielder. And the Cougars have their man waved home, and the Cougars will collect their 7th run of the inning off of number 9, Zach Grabowski, who came all the way over of a stand-up double by Joe Collins.
Third baseman, number 23, Nate Trudeau.
That'll be Nate Trudeau to come up to the plate for the Cougars. We'll stand in. The right side. Kierska will kick and fire well inside. Trudeau had to back out of the way on that one, as there are no outs here. Cougars leading 7-1 here. Kierska will kick and fire in there. Strike one. That'll even out the count at 1-1. So, Kierska will check the runner at second. And Joe Collins, as that pitch comes in outside and low. 2-1 the count here on Trudeau, the third baseman for the Cougars, as that is popped up high down the third base line, and third baseman will get under it for the first out of the inning. Tidy making the catch along the third base line.
Batting for Catholic Central, right fielder, number 4, Brendan Leonard.
Now that'll bring up the left-hander Brendan Leonard for the Cougars. Leonard walked his last time out, as that is in there for a strike. Trudeau popped out to the third baseman Tidy just a moment ago to get the first out of the inning for the Spartans, and Kierska will deliver inside. Ball 1 on Leonard, 1-1. 1 out here. One man in scoring position here for the Cougars. 7-1 lead. Kierska will pull off and try to throw to second. So, 1-1 the count here to Brendan Leonard. The delivery from Kierska, that'll be outside on the Cougar. 2-1 the count here. So, Kierska will set from the windup. He'll check the runner at second and throw. That's That's driven foul by Brendan Leonard, bringing the count even at 2 apiece. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Cougars leading 7-1 over the Spartans here. Leonard will stand in, swinging the bat over his left shoulder as Kirska will step off, and he'll step back on to the mound. 2-2 the count here to Brendan Leonard. 1 out, 1 man on, and that pitch is just narrowly inside as DeGroff had tried to frame that to make it a strike, but it was unsuccessful in said endeavor. And now Kirska will set. He'll kick and fire. That is fouled off by Leonard, keeping the count at 2-2. So Leonard will step back in, facing a 2-2 count here to Kirska. Kirska will kick and fire. That's grounded to the second baseman, DeVeri, who will give over to Kirska, the pitcher, who will step on the bag for the second out of the inning. Cougars leading 7-1. That will bring up the center fielder, Kyle Tepper. Tepper will stand in, facing Kirska for the first time this afternoon. First pitch is grounded to the third baseman, Tidy. Tidy will throw over to first in time for the final out of the inning. And after 5 innings of play, the Cougars lead by a healthy margin of 6 over the Sparta Spartans. You're listening to the Catholic Central Cougar Baseball Network. The top of the 6th will be led off by Jeremy Marble, who, as I mentioned, switched to first base as he was replaced by Sam Kirska. Cougars, a few defensive changes. Daniel Southerington will be in left field here. And, number 5, Luke Brazelton, the junior, will be in right. Jopik still on the mound for the Cougars here. He'll kick and fire. That is fouled off right to the backstop. Here by Marble, making the count 1-0. Jopik will set from the stretch. He'll kick and fire. On the outside corner for strike 2. Last time out, Marble grounded out. Cougars have been very efficient here in this third. Now, in this game, and that got the outside of the strike zone. Got him looking as Marble will go down looking for Jopik. And that is the latest in a series of many strikeouts tonight, or this afternoon here, as the Cougars continue to lead 7-1. Now I'll bring up number 15, Logan Tidy, as the first pitch is in there. Looking was Tidy, and that one was in there for a strike. 0-1 the count here for the Cougars. Top of the 6th. Nobody on. One out here. Now, that is swung on and fouled back to the backstop by Marble. Marble, again, will stand in. Right-handed batter. Swings the bat gently over his right shoulder. Is that a curveball? That had some movement on it as it looked like it was going right at Marble, and then it curved to the inside, but it was still out of the strike zone. As now the 1-2 is grounded. Trudeau will pick it up and can't get the throw off in time, and the Spartans have a runner on second.
Now batting for Sparta,
So
second baseman.
That will bring up number 17, TJ DeVary, for the Spartans. Will stand in. Swings the bat gently over his right shoulders. Now a pitch is in there for strike one. On the left-handed batter in DeVary. Jopik will kick and fire. That is outside. Is now the throw back to first by Passanaw. Just barely did Logan Tidy get back in time. DeVary at the plate right now. Facing an 0-2 count, one out here. Man on first for DeVary. The pitch is right inside. That got past Passanaw. And number 15, Logan Tidy, will make it 2-2 off that passed ball. And Jopik still working away here in the 6th. Cougars leading by a score of 7-1. Jopik will check the runner at second. Will come into the windup. He'll kick and fire. Down low, ball 2, and that'll even up the count. DeVary will step in again. 2-2 the count here on DeVary. Jopik will kick and fire. That is fouled off to the backstop. Here on the 0-2 count. Jopik still working. He was the starter for the Cougars. He hasn't been dinged around as much as Jeremy Marble was, as evidenced by the 7-1 score. All of those came under Marble as DeVary strikes out swinging off of Jopik's pitch, and the Cougars now have 2 outs.
Catcher number 13, Hayden DeGraff.
That'll bring up Hayden DeGraff, the catcher for the Spartans. He'll lean in. Now a kick and fire from Jopik. That's up high. Looked at by Hayden DeGraff as he'll step out and step back in to face Jopik. The senior will set from the windup. The 1-0 upstairs and outside for ball 2. Passanaw will come out to talk with his pitcher and walk him all the way to the mound. They apparently had enough words said between the two of them, so Passanaw will head back to behind the plate. And DeGraff will step in. The 2-0 in there for a strike for strike of the at-bat and passing off through down to second. But Tidy was back in time. So Ben Jopic, the senior, will hold at center, or on the mound, facing Hayden DeGraff as that is driven to second, where Collins will will scoop up the line drive, and through 5.5 innings, we are, as the Cougars lead 7-1. When we come back, we will bring you all of the action of the bottom of the sixth here on the Catholic Central Cougar Baseball Network. We are back for the bottom of the sixth here. The Cougars have a big 7-1 lead over the Spartans right now. They will send Miles Beal to the plate to face Sam Kirska. First pitch is down low and will skitter back to the backstop past the glove of Hayden DeGraff.
And Miles, being the switch hitter, was taking his cuts right-handed, switched over to the left side of the plate with the right-hander Kirska on the mound for the Spartans.
So count will be 0-1 here as Kirska will deliver. That's swung on and fouled back off of DeGraff's glove. And that'll bring the count to 1-1 here on Beal. Batting, as David mentioned, from the left-handed batter's box as the pitch is down low to bring it to 2-1. Beal will stand in. Pitch from Kirska. That's driven through the gap between second and first as Beal will get in with a single here as the Cougars will have a man on first for number 14, Daniel Southerington. First at bat of the evening for him. Came in as a substitute for Jack Naraki as the first pitch will be outside and the throw down to second, not in time as the Cougars' Beal has his third stolen base of the evening.
That's actually his fourth stolen base of the evening. Don't see that very often.
Seems the Cougars have been relatively eager to get the extra bases when needed or whenever they can. That's also helped them get a couple of extra runs here with those stolen bases. Getting those runners into scoring position as now the 0-2 is down low on Southerington. Bringing the count to 1-2. No outs here. Bottom of the sixth. Cougars leading by a score of 7-1. Now the pitch from Kirska is popped up into shallow right. And that did drop. And that will. And the throw to the plate as will not be in time as the Cougars add another run. It'll be Miles be able to get all the way around, and Southernton has a stand-up double as that was just too far for the right fielder.
Catcher, number 10, Luke
Sharon, he couldn't get to that in time, and the Cougars extend their lead to 8-1. That will bring up Luke Passanaw. Passanaw stand in the left-handed batter as a pitch is outside from Kirska. Passanaw last time out walked. That was in the fourth. Passanaw will look as he'll drive that foul. A chopper down the first base line. That'll move the count to 0-1. Kirska will stand in on the first base side of the rubber. The right-hander will kick and fire. That is grounded through the gap and the runner Southernton will come around third to score, and the Cougars now have a 9-1 lead over the Sparta Spartans. So,
now batting for Catholic Central.
That'll bring up number 25, Jake Passanaw, as
courtesy runner for the catcher.
Courtesy runner Luke Passanaw will come in. Courtesy runner for Passanaw will be Tim Lambert, the senior, and on a couple of times tonight. Here is Kirska. Will kick and fire right down the heart of the plate for strike one. 0-1 the count here. Passanaw will dig in. Kirska will kick and fire. That is upstairs and inside. Ball one. That'll bring the count to 1-0. Or to 1-1, excuse me. 9-0 the Cougars lead. Here's Kirska from the windup. Outside. Got past DeGraff, and the Cougars. Lambert will move all the way to second. And the Cougars have a man in scoring position. No outs here in this sixth inning. Cougars leading by a hefty margin of 9-1. Now the pitch is swung on and missed by Passanaw. A bit late on that one, as now he faces a count of 2-2. Kirska will take a look at Lambert and he'll throw that one to the plate, and it's fouled off the third base line. Cougars looking to add to their lead here. No outs here in the sixth. Here's Kirska. Checks the runners and throws. That's fouled off. Chopping down the third base line. That'll keep the count even at 2-2. Passanaw will step to the plate as Kirska kicks and fires a third consecutive foul ball from Jake Passanaw here in this at-bat. Cougars leading 9-1. Kirska will get the sign from DeGraff and kick and fire. That one is hit by Passanaw. The short stump will fire over to first, and that one got by him, and the Cougars, Tim Lambert will come around to score on the error, and it's now 10-1. Cougars.
Number 9, Zach Grabowski.
Sorry about the technical difficulties here, as our scoreboard is a bit cattywampus right now. But it is 10-0 here as Kierska will deliver the 1-0 in there for strike. In there for a strike. We'll try to fix that as soon as we can. But right now, Kierska will deliver the 1-1. That is outside and low for a strike. For a ball, it's 2-1. Now the 2-1 outside, and the Cougars facing a 3-1 here. Kierska will check the runner at first. He'll kick and fire. That's grounded by Grabowski through the gap at first, and the Cougars will have men on first and second here with nobody out here in the
number 12, the second baseman, Joe Collins.
Yeah, I'll bring up Joe Collins here in the bottom of the 6th. Joe Collins. We'll watch that one go outside. 1-0 the count here. As Kierska hasn't been able to get an out so far here in the bottom of the 6th. And now a pitch is swung on, grounded to third. Third baseman will step on the bag tidy, and he couldn't get any further with that. So the Cougars now have one out. That will bring up number 23, Nate Trudeau. Nate Trudeau, the right-handed batter, will face Kierska as number 2, John Gudino, will come in for Collins. Collins has a courtesy runner in for him as Kierska kicks and fires down the third base line. Tidy can't get a throw away, and suddenly the bases are loaded for the Cougars.
It's actually a foul ball, not a fielder's choice, but so Trudeau will have to go back.
So that'll bring... Sorry about that. That was indeed a foul ball. Is now the 0-1 fouled skied back down the right side and out of play. Cougars leading 10-1 here. Have scored 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Trudeau will stand in. And he'll hit that one, sky that one. First baseman Jeremy Marble is under it, and he'll make the grab as the Cougars now have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. That will bring number 5, Nick Brazelton, to the plate. He was just subbed in for Brendan Leonard. The right-handed batter will swing and miss at that one, bringing the count to 0-1 here. Brazelton, the junior, will hug the plate as Kierska will kick and fire. That one is outside as DeGraff had to get dirty in order to block that one from heading back to the backstop. Kierska will again get his sign from DeGraff. He'll check the runners. The 1-1. That is skied into right center field.
Get down.
Getting for that. That will get down and go back to the wall. 1 run will score. Brazelton's around second, and he'll make it to third. And Gudino will come and make that one, and that will be it as 10 runs makes it the mercy rule, and this one belongs to the Cougars here as they win by a score of 12-1. So we will say so long here from the Cat and Cougar baseball field as the Cougars win by a score of 12-1. We'll come back just in about 15 minutes as the Cougars will play Sparta once more in the second game of the doubleheader. Thanks for listening. My name is Reagan Cleves for David Shamblin, saying so long for now from the Cat.